Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the 2024 Duotone Downwind Foilboard. Now this is a bit of a special board. Guy, who's one of the other guys at the shop here, his downwind weapon, that's all he's doing. He's testing all this gear, prototyping gear for other brands. This is the board that he's riding. He's been riding it for a couple months. We stole it from our conference, and he's been going on it, going nuts with it. So it's hard to get him in the shop. I don't even have him here today because he's just gone out for a downwind because there's like 8 knots and he's gone. This board is something a little bit special because it is such a purpose-built downwind board. Previous ones have always been like, oh, we'll take a SUP race board and we'll do this and do that. And it's like, no. This is what the guys are actually using. So you go to Maui in the gorge here in Australia. This is what's happening. You're looking for an outline that's quite thin. So they're narrow boards. This is a 7.2, 21 inches wide. It's 115 liters. Narrow tail. I'll get into that in a second. But the width just helps them paddle up and get up on nothing. Now, there's 2 things that are happening with the whole downwind foiling scene. One is you're supping it. So guys are paddling it and doing it that way. 2, that this is an incredibly good light wind wingboard. Now, it's not meant for jumping. There's no foot strap inserts, and they're actually quite lightly, like they're a very light carbon board. And Duotone even say, look, this is a lightweight board. It's a lightweight constructed board. It's not bulletproof. You know, you want a bomb-proof board, you get one of the SLS boards in the Sky Free or the Style, something like that. This is a lightweight board, and you got to treat it as such. So good for them to actually build something like that, and of course let us know. It doesn't even have a handle. Again, to keep the weight down, no handle. You don't need it. I mean, you can get your arm around it. But the handles weigh, I think the handles weigh at about an extra 400 grams, I think, to each board, if not more. So yeah, take out a handle, you get it lighter again. So you can have a look at the outline. We are pointy at both ends. So reason being, with a couple strokes of the paddle and pumping as you stroke, you can actually, the tail will sink down and the nose will kind of get down a little bit, but more importantly, the tail will go down and up, and that way you can pop it up and pump it up quite easily. The rocker line of this is fairly flat. The rocker starts at about here where the graphics are. It's a gradual increase up, trying to get it up as light and efficiently as possible, and then very sharp through the back end, through that chine on the rail to just get the water releasing off comfortably. Having a look at the boxes, see how far they are forward? So when you are on this in your surf stance and you are pumping on, you are really able to get leverage on it because you can get your back foot behind it, your front foot you can get nice and solid up in the middle, and really get the tail down and pop to get the foot up on foil. Having the boxes really far forward too, it means you can use a lot more foils on it as well. Kick pad is nice. It's just a really easy one to the back, and the deck grip they've used, that nice corduroy that they've used on their kite boards and their other wing boards. So it's a grip that doesn't really, tear the skin off your feet and your knees. It is still really grippy, and durability has been fantastic on it. So we really don't have too much wear and tear on these boards. I think they went a little bit thicker. It definitely feels it and looks it. I'll have to, if I want to measure it, but I think the grip is a little bit thicker this year, which is nice. Again, on this board it'll add a touch of weight, but whatever, it'll also add a little bit of protection from impacts and damage. Just standard leash plug in the back. You got a vent in the front. Size-wise, they got 3 sizes. We'll put the link in the bottom here underneath in the description. We'll have the specs. You can check it out and see kind of what works for you. But it's been great as a crossover board for the guys who want a really lightweight wind wing as well as getting into downwind. And yeah, downwinding's quite a thing. Guys are doing it on lakes and stuff like that, big lakes and in the rivers and stuff. You don't need a lot of swell. You don't need a lot of wind because once you're on foil, it just takes off and goes. So happy to see this sport evolving, and a lot of downwind foil programs from most of the brands coming through. So looking forward to see how it takes off. Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the 2024 Fanatic. Hey guys, John from SurfFX, and we're having a look at the 2024 Duotone Downwind Foilboard.